Did you know that you can swallow skincare? Jen and I know that the vitamin space can feel crowded and confusing. And to be honest, we turn down sponsorships from vitamin companies all the time. But we said yes to Ritual. It's different. They share their science and their sourcing with customers, so you can feel good about what you're buying. And now they've got something new. Ritual Hyacera, a supplement that can enhance your skincare routine from the inside out.
That's right, fam. I did some homework on this one. Ritual's Hyacera has 2 of the best clinically studied ingredients. Ceratique, a phytoceramide-rich plant oil that helps to minimize the appearance of wrinkles, and Hyabest, a form of hyaluronic acid that helps to hydrate the skin from the inside out. Listen, I usually have issues with hyaluronic acid. I have talked about them on the podcast. Topical products with hyaluronic acid don't always work on me, but I have dry skin, so I want that extra hydration. And I've been taking the Hyacera supplement, and I am impressed. First of all, it's the coolest looking capsule I've ever seen and doesn't give you the vitamin burps. I know you know what I'm talking about. You just swallow it and there's like a vague vanilla experience, I'll call it, when you swallow it, but it's really nice and easy going down. And I also love the company's Made Traceable program, which lets you review their science and their sourcing info, which I did, obviously. Plus, Ritual supplements are vegan, gluten-free, soy-free, and they don't contain artificial colors.
Aging like fine wine, addressing fine lines, and making your skincare a little simpler every day. Hyacera from Ritual is a skin supplement you can actually trust. Ritual is offering our listeners 30% off during your first month. Visit ritual.com/mascara to start Ritual or add Hyacera to your lineup today. Thank you, Proactive, for sponsoring this portion of the podcast. Exciting news, Proactive has just launched their newest skincare innovation, Proactive Clean. Proactive Clean is a gentle skincare routine formulated to clear mild acne to occasional breakouts for sensitive skin.
This is so exciting for me. I am a Proactive user. I was all through my 20s and 30s. It's the only line that kept my skin clear. And if you're thinking to yourself, Jen doesn't have acne, I'm here to tell you it's because I was using the Proactive. I wish, though, that we had Proactive Clean when I was using it back in my 20s, because this line is great. It's formulated without parabens, phthalates, sulfates, cyclic silicones, and 100 plus other no-no ingredients that you don't want on your skin when you're trying to treat your acne. Proactive is America's #1 clear skin routine, and it's dermatologist developed and tested with clinically proven ingredients. They've helped more than 20 million people, including me, get on the clear skin journey. And I'm so excited for this new line. And then we have a code for you guys so you can get a discount.
Go to Proactive.com now and use the exclusive promo code MASCARA to get 20% off your first order. Again, get 20% off your first order when you use the code MASCARA. That's Proactive, Proactiv.com, and get 20% off your first order when you use the code MASCARA.
Proactive.com, and that code is MASCARA. Okay, welcome to the best of Fat Mascara. Didn't that sound official, Jess?
Sounded very official. I'm loving this series. I hope you guys are too.
I'm loving it because I'm revisiting both the people that we have loved from the show, the episodes that are getting the most plays, that are still getting plays, but also like, hey, baby Jess. Hey, baby Jen. What were you doing 2 years ago, 3 years ago?
Oh, my God.
Wow, you sure did talk over the guests sometimes when you were trying to interview them. My very first year, I listen back and I'm just like, shut up, Jen.
Oh, I thought you were talking to me.
No, we were still learning how, we didn't have as many ears on us then as we do now. And we were getting our interview style. It's just really nice to revisit these and revisit the people that we spent time with.
We had a lot of fun over the years. 2020, though, was a weird one. So we're going to talk to Tracee Ellis Ross today. I don't think I need to tell you how crazy, chaotic, disturbing, all of those things 2020 was. But when we interviewed Tracee Ellis Ross, Jen in her home office, I was on the bed in my small apartment.
I didn't have an office then. We were both doing it from our bedrooms with like this.
Oh, you did it in your
setup.
bedroom too. I thought that you had your home office by then. No, yeah, I was in my bedroom, like next to the window, like balancing on my laptop, which I'm gonna mention in a second because I had my little doohickey Remember my doohickey phone with the little plug-in mic with the poof poof?
She's talking about the windjammer on her mic that looked, oh, because that comes up in this interview.
Yeah, so Tracee Ellis Ross, like at the end of this conversation, Tracee Ellis Ross saw like the windjammer. It's Google windjammer. It basically is like a puffy microphone, and it helps like muffle the P's and all that when you're speaking, like your P's popping. I moved it. She goes like, "Is that your dog?" She thought I had a poodle on my lap for like the hour we were talking.
That just sat there right in front of your face without moving.
What?
She is so fun.
It was, yeah. So anyway, my whole point was in the darkness and sadness of the summer of 2020, Tracee Ellis Ross brought the light. She was fun. She was really easy to talk to. And I hope that comes across in this chat. Of course, we got to talk to her because at that time she was launching her new brand, Pattern.
Yeah, it launched, I think, December 2019. Little update for you.
Oh, yeah. So it'd been up for 6 months. Yeah. For 6 months or so, yeah.
We'll just remember how old Pattern is by how old Lake is. How about that? In case anybody ever asks us. Yes.
She's about Pattern years old.
Exactly. So just to give an update before we get into this Best of Fat Mascara interview, Pattern, wow, it's been doing great. Expanded to more countries. Now you can get it outside of Ulta. You can also get it at Macy's, 13 Loons, Sephora, Amazon, all that. Since we talked, she was named one of Time 100 most influential people in the world. She got that designation in 2021. And then her award-winning TV series, Blackish, ended in 2022. So she has a lot of new projects, like film projects coming out. But as we're recording this, I was like, I don't know what the fate of these are because of the strike. So there was a lot of pre-production, post-production. So I'm not sure if she's on your screens right at this moment as we speak, but trust she is there in spirit. And of course, go on her TikTok and Instagram if you ever, because who doesn't need a little Tracee every now and then? Like, you just need to pick me up. You want to take high fashion and make it fun. You want to take beauty that seems like unattainable and make it cool and easy. Tracee's your girl. So I hope you enjoyed the interview as much as we enjoyed having it with her. And let's get into it. Tracee, welcome to Fat Mascara.
Thank you.
We know you're a busy woman. We'll jump right into it. Okay, think back to the first time you experienced the trappings of the beauty industry, whatever it was, when you realized, oh, there's this whole thing I'm going to be privy to someday. What was that first experience with beauty for you?
Well, I would have to say it was with my mom. I would hide in her dressing room or in the quick change booth. And from a young age, I was allowed to use only 2 things in her dressing room and on the dressing room makeup table. My mom always did her own makeup, own hair, full career. There was an Il Makiage Pink Joy blush, and one Il Makiage red blush brush. Those were the only 2 things I was allowed to touch. I was also allowed every once in a while after a show, she would take off her eyelashes and they still would have the glue and sticky, and I would like stick them on my eyes and like, blink around with my fake eyelashes.
How'd you feel?
I loved it. Part of what I saw at a really young age that I'm able to articulate now is I got to witness my mother using beauty and as a way to employ her agency, to sort of take charge of her own identity. And I found it really empowering. And I still feel that beauty, whether it's hair products, hair color, lipstick, mascara, whatever it is one of the ways for me that I sort of empower my own vision of myself.
Mm-hmm. Has that changed throughout your life? Like when you were little Tracee putting on the false eyelashes and looked in the mirror.
I can't stand false eyelashes now, by the way. Hate them. On me, not on other people, on me.
Of course. So you would look in the mirror and think one thing. When you look in the mirror today at 47, I think you are, do you get the same inner response to your reflection that you did then? Or how have things changed?
I actually do. I really like my face. And I actually use, there's things I don't like about it, but I actually like what I look like. And so I'm very conscious, both with makeup, with hair, with Instagram, with photographs, that I'm not creating an image of myself that doesn't match who I am, so that I'm not constantly in opposition as if who I am is not enough. So I use it as a tool for joy, a tool to enhance my own authentic beauty, a tool for creative self-expression. And when I look in the mirror, I mean, you know, I love, as people know, like I love a pop of lip. I love sort of a clean skin, clean face. One of the things I've discovered through this lovely pandemic is that for Zoom, it's always natural light for me. So no foundation. I mean, I never like foundation, but no foundation, no concealer, nothing. It's way better my natural skin.
Mm-hmm. And you guys can't see her. She has a nice, like a hot pink, like a soft fuchsia kind of thing going on.
It's gorgeous. A little brighter in person. Through the camera, it's looking a little lighter. It is Embrace Me, a MAC lip pencil.
It's beautiful.
Did you always feel that way? Or did it take you time to get to that spot?
I think it's been a journey, and I think obviously, you know, I'm speaking to you from the highest part of myself, the best part of me. So, you know, there's days when I don't feel that way. I feel like I can always pull that part of me forward. But no, I think it's been a journey. I mean, I tell stories when I was in high school. You know, the standard of beauty didn't really make space for me. It wasn't it didn't match who I was. There were very few people that had my body type, that had my hair texture, that had my lips and eyes and all of those kinds of things. And so I was conscious about, because I wanted to be a model when I was young. That's where it first started. And I was really conscious about like which of the models. I remember there was Yvette Bowser, was a Swedish mixed girl that looked similar to me. There were Gail O'Neill. There were like some beautiful black models and then Stephanie Seymour, her body was more similar to mine.
Right.
But so it's been a journey for me to embrace my authentic beauty, my authentic self. And that in and of itself is a process that requires, I think, cultivation of a community around you and images that match who you are. And a lot of self-discovery and a journey of self-acceptance and self-love that allows me to embrace who I actually am, whether I'm seeing it out there or not.
But it's hard won. It's something that took you some time. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Well, we're gonna get to that. I first, I wanted to talk to you just about hair and makeup and character. I mentioned I'm a very big fan of Blackish, but can you talk to us about how beauty helps you get into character? And I know you have a new movie out right now. It's on my summer hot list. It gets straight to our DVRs. God, this pandemic has really changed everything, hasn't it?
It has.
Yeah.
It really has. We are in a very different experience. It's interesting. When I'm developing a character, there is always a way in. For me, it's through clothes, hair, and makeup. You know? It starts from the inside, and then there's sort of the external costume you don. Bo Johnson, it was very important to me that as a woman who was a mother of multiple children, an anesthesiologist and doctor. I mean, she has like 700 children. Yeah. To be authentic with a woman who had all of these kids, a big career and a big life, and was clearly a person who was invested in all of these aspects of who she was, that her hair and makeup looked like it was real, you know?
Like she was never falling apart. She was not like the crazy mom who's like, I don't have time for me. Like she pulled together, but she also looked real. You know, she didn't.
But let's think about all the mothers we know. I don't know if you ladies are mothers, but Samira, she's a single mom.
Yeah.
I've got friends who have multiple kids. I don't see them looking all disheveled and crazy.
No, I have a 5-month-old, and I tried to throw it together for you. I tried to throw it together. I have 5 lipsticks that are rolling around here. I was like, which one should I put on for her?
She even has earrings on.
Oh, I jammed them in 10 minutes ago.
Listen, it's all about, I love an earring, but these AirPods mess with the whole thing.
Oh, those are good.
I think we all do. You know, for me, it's one of the aspects. I feel like Bo Johnson is one of the ways that she holds herself, you know? And I think so many, it's not just women. I think all people we have, and by the way, the pandemic really revealed that. We revealed how much guys, they say it's just us. Nah. They get their hair colored, they get their hair lined up, trimmed, cut. They do all their things. Like they have just as many beauty regime situations as we do. And I think that the pandemic really revealed that. But I think all of us, it's one of the ways we honor ourselves. It's one of the ways that we get to hold space for our own identity and have like equity in who we are, you know?
Yeah. Absolutely. So, okay, let's talk about pattern. You're talking about how when you were younger, you know, you didn't have a lot of the role models and the, you know, options that really should have been there. And I love you came out with pattern. It celebrates curls. It celebrates coils, tight textures. It's brought a lot of that joy to the beauty world that really was not there. A lot of the cosmetics and hair products that have been out there for many years have really been, I even think about just some of the products that I've written about like 5 years ago. They were about fixing and taming, smoothing, fading. The beauty industry has really had this kind of problem solution mindset that is really just starting to change now. Like really, and I say now, I mean like really only in the past year or so. Why do you think that's changing?
Well, I think we're poking holes in the status quo, poking holes in this male gaze, white male gaze standard of beauty that is about concealing who we are and becoming someone else's fantasy. And instead about celebrating who we are authentically, and not only who we are, who we want to be. You know, I think the beauty industry was so much of a concealer industry. It was about like hiding who we were. And now it's more about celebrating who we are. And pattern, really my vision and intention for it from the beginning was about a celebration of authentic beauty that was based in and centered around the celebration of Black beauty, which is not a part of the wallpapers of our lives in terms of sort of understanding our beauty, our importance, our power, all of that stuff. And although pattern, you know, people buy pattern and the products work for people that are not Black. And that's why we say it's for curly, coily, and tight textured hair. But I am very, and by the way, I don't think it has a gender. I don't think hair has a gender.
I have to tell you, I don't know if he wants me talking about him on the podcast, but our art director at Harper's Bazaar is obsessed with pattern, and he is a white male.
Yeah. Does he have curly hair? Does he have thick hair?
He has, it's a very close cropped, love you, Gary. It's a close cropped hair type, and I think it is wavy in texture, but it's very close cropped, so you can't really see the texture too much, but I think it's got a wavy bend to it.
But, you know, when I was growing up, I discovered that so many of the products that were apparently for curly hair did nothing for me. Like nothing. The products that were designated for Black hair were off in the back in some corner, and the products were the same for like 40 years. Like my whole life, I was like, my God, this is the same product, same packaging, unbelievable. And I kept looking and thinking, where are the products that are actually for me? I discovered that products that were the apparent like hair mask, deep conditioning, like this is for once a month, use a dime size and keep it on your hair. I was like, first of all, I need half the bottle, number one. Number two, it's like not, it's my daily use. Like they say it's for like the once a month. I was like, that was my daily use. So that's what started to educate me on what it is that my hair actually needed as I got to know my hair, love my hair, accept my hair first, then love my hair. And then I realized it wasn't just me. There were so many other people that were not being served in the community. And it took 10 years to make pattern. I'm sure you've heard that, but It was a 10-year journey. It was so interesting. I did an interview with Forbes, and the woman said, I heard that you were in a 10-year incubation period. And I was like, aha, that's what we're going to call it now. I'm like,
incubation.
Way to use entrepreneurial terms. I was like, I was in a 10-year incubation period. And by the time by the time I came out, I had a very clear vision and brand message and a narrative for who we were. I mean, yeah, it's been a real journey, but a genuinely really fulfilling journey.
Well, the name pattern clearly talks about the pattern of your hair and its texture. And there's so much that goes into hair. I'm curious, okay, we've got like the Andre Walker system, the LOIS system, all these different ways of typing curls, pattern, texture, porosity, density. Do you think it's still important to sort of find your number or find your pattern and then look for products in your line? Or how do you do it? Trial and error?
I think it's really personal. I think everybody has a different relationship to that. Some people don't have any interest in defining or putting a box around what kind of hair they have. And I also think everybody wants something different from their product. So some people like their hair when it's a little more weighed down. Some people like their curl pattern when it has a less product on it. So and it depends on what style you're doing. So I do think and that's part of the reason I designed it the way I did. There were a couple of things that were really key. I wanted the products to be effective. And some of the things that are important when you have curly, coily, and tight textured hair are obviously hydration and moisture and locking that moisture into the hair. Slippage so that you can actually get through your hair and detangle. Clumping so that the hair can kind of clump together to create the curl, to activate the curl. Then curl activation so that you're not sort of weighing the hair down to the point that it doesn't bounce back up into a curl. And also not toxic. I also really wanted size value so that you weren't being told to use a dime size, that you could actually have a bigger conditioner and a smaller shampoo, because for most people, we buy shampoo once a year and we buy conditioner once a month. Because the bottles are so small. But so I think the hair type, if it's helpful to you, use it. If it's not helpful to you, don't. Some people
So it's like, I could be a 3C, a 4A, but I might still use the same product or not, depending on the day.
Yes. Like, for example, I have like 5 different curl patterns in my hair. So
that's the other thing. One head could have 20 of those. So
exactly. So I really feel like it just depends who you are. Do you have stripes of gray in your hair?
I do.
I
wanted to ask you about that.
It looks so beautiful. I am growing back. You can see my gray. It's in here, but it's hard to see on the Zoom. But I'm going to try and do it myself again next week.
Okay, so you've been dyeing it. Actually, that brings up a question I had, which is like, I feel a lot of women are feeling more empowered to embrace their natural texture in the last few years. But it still feels like with color, there's a little bit of a lag. Like letting your hair go gray, for example. Like, we're not yet ready for that. What are your thoughts on that? You look at her, no, we're not.
No, I mean, I have a lot of thoughts on it. I mean, I think we are still, like, you guys, I don't know if you've seen the movie, but we talk a little bit about the ageism that exists. As if, you get to a certain age as a woman and you're no longer valid, you're no longer sexy, you should no longer dream, you should no longer, like, I don't know what you should be doing, sitting in a corner, like knitting or something. I guess you should just, like, I don't know. I feel like, maybe it's the final frontier. And I also think, again, it's personal. Like, it's the same thing, like, if you're somebody who it's easier for you to wear wigs or to put weaves in your hair, do it if it's a choice, as long as it's not that you feel shamed into any of your choices. And that's what I feel like I keep trying to break open is those messages that tell us you are not enough, you are not beautiful, you are not worthy if you have gray hair, if you have tight texture, if you have whatever it may be. So I personally, I've been enjoying the gray at times, and then I'm like, enough. I just want to, but I feel like also during this pandemic, there's so few places to find spontaneity, joy, and like a little bit of happiness. So whatever works, you know what I mean? Like if it's a bag of Funyuns, it's a bag of Funyuns. If it's dyeing your grays, it's dyeing your grays. If it's a glass of wine, if that's something that you can do, you know what I mean? Like whatever that is. And I don't know, I think gray is pretty beautiful. It's changed my texture.
When you're getting married and planning a wedding, there's so many things to keep track of. It's a lot of fun, but it's also really overwhelming. But you know what can help with that? Our sponsor, Zola. That's right. When you're getting married, it's not just about the big day. It's about all the days along the way. And Zola's here for all of them. I actually used Zola to help plan my wedding. And I remember the day Eric and I set up the website with all the little details to share with the guests and clicked publish. It was such a fun day. And then I used Zola, and they had this great part of their website building tool where you could give, I'll just call them gentle gift suggestions for your guests. Very just gentle, tasteful suggestions.
You can do a registry, of course, but we created one of those cash funds for our honeymoon with pictures of where we wanted to go. Plus, Zola's also there on the days when you feel like, forget it, I don't even want to have a wedding. I remember I had that moment. There was like this huge family debate about the seating options at the wedding and whether they had backs or not. I kid you not, benches versus chairs, like almost derailed the whole wedding.
What did you eventually choose?
It's complicated. Let's talk about Zola, which is much easier because even on those days when things were, complicated, there's the Zola community. It's a free and judgment-free community of other engaged couples who know exactly what you're going through.
If you're getting married or planning to get married, or you're already married and you're just finally getting around to planning a celebration, start planning at Zola.com. That's ZOLA.com. Okay, everyone, this message comes to you from Vegamore. Jen, you know I am always trying to do right by my body, but when it comes to my hair and my scalp, finding a product that really works, and this is the big one, is made with good-for-you ingredients, it seems like a trade-off. We've talked about this a lot. Inside every cute pink bottle of Vegamore, I know that the product is 100% cruelty-free and it's never formulated with chemicals like parabens or hormones.
Inside the bottles is great, but outside the bottles is too because they're really cute and they look really nice in my shower all lined up. And you could do the Grow Essentials kit. First of all, I've been using this all summer. I just went to get my hair colored and my colorist was like, your hair is growing like crazy. I think it's the Vegamore. With the Grow Essentials kit, you get to try more than one amazing product at a great savings. And I love that it all looks nice lined up in the shower. And then you have the little serum outside and everything is pink and cute. Consistency is key. And my type A personality loves a kit with consistent products that look nice together and are great for my hair.
Jen, I meant to tell you, your hair looked really good the other night. I saw Jen the other night. Her hair looked awesome.
Thank you. Code Fat Mascara.
Give your hair the power of the little pink bottle with Vegamore. And for a limited time, Fat Mascara listeners are going to get 20% off their first order by going to Vegamore.com/fatmascara and use the code FATMASCARA at checkout. That's Vegamore.com/fatmascara, code FATMASCARA to save 20% on your first order. I'm going to spell it for you guys. VEGAMOUR.com/fatmascara. Again, VEGAMOUR.com/fatmascara, code FATMASCARA.
Okay, it is time to talk underwear. I am a convert. I've been hearing about this brand forever. It's Skims, and it's their Fits Everybody collection, and it is as good as you heard it is. The Fits Everybody collection of underwear is super lightweight, so good in the summer, molds to your body, buttery soft fabric, like truly buttery soft, and it stretches to twice its size without ever losing shape. So, as your body changes, it kind of changes with you, meaning you get a perfect fit every time. It's also available in sizes extra, extra small to 4X. Oh, I'm obsessed. Jess, what are you wearing from Skims Fits Everybody collection?
I've been wearing the Fits Everybody Racerback bra. It's really convenient for the summer with those little racerback tanks. You never know what goes with them. The Racerback bra is perfect.
Oh, yes, without any of the flabby bits hanging out of the tank top armhole.
No, it just sucks me in.
It's so good. I have been turned on to the thong. So many stylists have recommended this thong to me, like fashion stylists that I'm friends with. And I was like, it can't be that good. It can't be that good. Let me tell you, the Fits Everybody thong is that good. It's so super soft and comfortable. And I know you don't think a thong can be comfortable, but I'm telling you, believe the hype, it can be. Guys, Skims has over 100,000 five-star reviews for a reason. The Fits Everybody collection and more perfect fit essentials are available now at skims.com, SKIMS.com. Plus, you get free shipping on orders over $75. And when you place your order, they're going to ask you, there's a little prompt, how did you hear about Skims? Please select podcast. And guess what? In the little drop down, you'll see Fat Mascara. Click us because you heard about it from us. And that way we get credit for telling you about it. And you support your favorite beauty podcast. Skims.com.
I love that you're talking about the ageism that we're, like you said, the final frontier. Do you think the beauty industry is going to be confronting that more in the next couple of years? I feel like we keep on flirting with it, the beauty industry. Was it like Helen Mirren? She came out a few years ago, like on the cover of Allure, and it was like, oh, like that was so exciting. And then we have those couple, every so often they'll like throw out some kind of imagery that people will say like groundbreaking.
Oh, like do you remember when Keanu came out with his girlfriend and everyone was like, my God, what a hero. I was like, what is going on right now? What is happening?
Like, he's such a good guy. He's such a good guy.
I was like, why are we even applauding this? This is so weird. He's like in love with a beautiful woman. What are we talking about?
Like an age-appropriate woman. Yeah, I know. He's not going out with like, he's not doing the Leonardo DiCaprio thing, so like we should give him a medal.
I thought that was so funny. I was like, what is happening right now? And it's the same thing. Like, I don't know if you, I noticed like almost all the articles that were written about me from the movie, they all started with like, at this age. And I was like, my goodness. I was like, my God, you're like at this point in your career that you would try something new. I was like, guys, I am the hottest, the most wise, the most compassionate, and the best I've ever been. I'm not sure what you guys are talking about, but I wouldn't go back to 20 if you paid me. I wouldn't go back.
I love you. I love you. Oh my God.
Would you go back? Would you go back?
Never. I actually, when I think about it, I get sick. I cringe. I the most unhappy I ever was like ages 20 through like 31. No. Yeah. Never. Never.
My 30s were fun.
I would never sing on camera, but if I was going to do it, maybe when I was 47, I would do it. I don't know.
Yeah.
So I'm impressed with that part of the character.
I think part of what was really interesting to me about singing was what I discovered, even though I was so afraid, that I discovered that my job with the singing was actually to let my voice out, to be myself and to get out of my way. And the beauty of it is that at 47, I actually know what my voice is. I didn't know what my singing voice was, but I know what Tracee's voice is. I know what I stand for. I know who I am. I know what I believe. I know what I think is important. And so to allow that to come out was really what my job was. And it was interesting. It was exciting.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Okay, I've got a question about pattern that I'm like, I just want to talk to you more about this kind of stuff. But I know that people are like, tell us about the line. Okay, so you just launched this.
I think it's all the same conversation, though,
yes,
isn't it?
I know, yeah. I know. It is. I want to know, like, the line just came out, and there's,
the new styling stuff.
The new sorry, yes, the new styling line. Thank you, Jim. So there's a lot of, we live in a culture of, people see something and then they want to speak their mind about it online. And we live very much in a culture of reviews and tweets and all of that. Do you go online and do you see what the people are saying? Like, what's going on? How do you feel?
Yeah, I actually do. I think it's really important with a...
Do you write back?
Sometimes I do. Honestly, sometimes people answer the questions for other people. But yes, I do. I write back. My page... I don't know. It's like both. It's both. But I absolutely read what people say. I absolutely watch the reviews. I think it's incredibly important. It's the same reason I watch myself in my work as an actor. I got to know what's working, what's translating, what isn't. I obviously, the brand started for me, but I obviously have a panel of people that test that are all different hair types. I have a core group, our team that works on the products that are all different kinds of people. We all chime in, but you never know how it's going to land out in the world. And I want to hear that feedback. Some of the feedback is helpful. Some of the feedback isn't helpful.
What are people loving?
Well, right now, a year ago, we launched the core phase 1, which was about wash day. It was about the shower. It was a shampoo, conditioner, and the leave-in was the holy grail. The leave-in is the bridge into the styling product. So we started on wash day in the shower, and then we moved into the mirror, and now we're in the time to play. So the favorites, I would say, the leave-in conditioner is a holy grail, like for everybody. The curl gel that is sort of a stronger hold gel that is still incredibly hydrating, people are loving. I just posted a video, during the pandemic, I've been doing all my own ads and stuff. I've been doing all my own promotion.
They've been great.
So right here in this blue room where you're talking to me, I'm making all my videos. I get myself dressed up, pull out the products, and make some videos. But so I posted yesterday about the style cream, and a couple of my friends, Kerry Washington, Matthew Cherry, like a couple of my friends chimed in, and they were like, oh, this is one of my favorites. So the styling cream people are loving. My new holy grail is the Stronghold Gel. I'm obsessed with it. I've had such issue with Stronghold gels because I love a slick back and I love the wet hair look, but they flake. And they're also not good for your hair. Your hair is so
Lots
dry.
of alcohol, yeah.
Yeah, and when you wash it out. So we worked so hard on this product, but it's filled with sea moss. And so it takes a little bit longer to dry, but your hair, you can literally, when you pull your hair out, like you can run your fingers back through it and your hair's great.
Oh, that's
It
so
doesn't
nice.
look like gray and dusty and whatever.
I can't stand the dusty hair. Nobody wants dusty hair, guys.
No.
Totally.
What products are you loving, like, during the whole quarantine? Like, what do you, I mean, you look, I have to say, this is quarantine, you look amazing. You've got these 2 buns, the skin's looking gorgeous.
So
Like-
my tricks for the pandemic is I always love a moisture mask, but I'll do multiples.
What do you mean?
You know, I'll do one when it starts to dry. I'll add more on top. I'll take it off, put another one on. I have continued with my workouts. I'm really proud of myself. I have continued.
I feel like watching you, I've worked out. I'm like,
You have.
Well, Tracee's I'm not working out along.
Who are you working out with? Like, what kind of at-home workouts are you doing?
So I do Tracee Anderson. I do that twice, sometimes 3 times a week. I do one workout with weights with my little random makeshift gym that I made that is
I've seen it.
hilarious, first of all. And now I'm looking at these weights I bought, and a friend of mine has this little kit where like all the weights are in there and it's all organized. And I was like, why didn't you tell me about that before I bought all these stupid things? Like, when am I going to use this dumbbell again? Anyway, I tried to buy inexpensive ones that because I didn't think we were going to be doing this for that long. I don't know.
Exactly.
So
Yeah,
I do
me
one,
neither.
I do 2 Tracee Andersons, 1 weights workout, and then 1 gyrotonics breathing stretching. And then sometimes I alternate. Like this week I'm doing 2 gyrotonics and 3 Tracee Andersons. I try and work out at least 2, usually 3 to 4 times a week.
You're not playing around.
I'm not playing around. No. I do, let's see, I love a lip, no foundation, sometimes mascara if I really want a little pop for the day. I love to fill in my eyebrows because let me tell you something, I don't know about you guys, my eyebrows have gone crazy without Damone. I have not seen Damone in 4 months, and I'm like, and then
That's your person, okay.
and I won like a couple, like maybe last month I started to pluck and I was like, ooh, we need to stop. I did my own waxing. Not going to do that again, guys. Not gonna,
Of your brows?
no,
Lip,
of my
face?
lip and my other areas. And I'm not going to do that again.
No, you learned once. Just one time is all it takes.
That's all you need. And let me tell you something, that was not great. Okay? Was not a great situation, but I tried. I cut my nails off. Like, my nails are usually really long and they're my nails. And I cut them off at the beginning of the pandemic because the hand washing, I was like, you can't have one. It's ridiculous. But they've grown back and they're getting there and I'm so happy. Look at them.
Nice tip.
Yeah, hand model.
So I've been like filing my nails. I don't know. I mean, some of it's beauty stuff. One of the things I love, I said this at the beginning, but I think that the beauty and the industry of beauty and products and all that, for me, are a way to express myself creatively, to own my own identity, but I don't spend a ton of time. If women are just looking at the scale, the world is just moving around us and there's a lot to do. So I work out because it makes me feel strong. It makes me feel good. It gives me energy. But I try really hard to make and allow a real balance in how focused I am on what I look like.
I love
Seems
that.
like you're doing it. Okay, before we let you go, because it's
Yeah.
all about balance, can't
Yeah.
spend all the day on the phone with Fat Mascara. Jess is going to do a little speed round of questions with you, just like a fun,
Just like
quickie answers.
association, like quick association. Just get
I
to
love
know.
it. This is so exciting. By the way, this is the most fun conversation. You guys are fantastic.
I'm so glad. I'm telling you, we were so excited to have you here on FM. Okay.
Wait, first of all, hold on. Jessica,
Yes.
You keep moving the camera so that we can see half of your dog and half of your face.
Oh, this isn't a dog. This is like my little microphone.
It's the windjammer on the microphone.
Listen, I don't have a fancy microphone like TER, okay?
First of all, I'm dying because I thought it was your dog.
Oh my God. No, I have a cat that's sleeping up on like a counter right now. But no, this is my windjammer, girl. This is my
I think her screen shifted, and at one point we only saw from like your nose
down. You thought it was a tail.
Anything.
I thought you were trying to show me your dog. Okay, I'm so sorry.
No, you're so funny. No, I'm on my bed and I'm trying really hard to like hold my microphone in the same spot because our producer yelled at me the other day. He was like,
Hilarious.
"You're shifting too much."
And the only reason I have a fancy mic is because ABC sent it to me at the beginning. At the beginning of the pandemic, because I had to do all my voiceover for Mixed from home.
No. Oh, that's it. Oh, that's right, because you do all the voiceovers.
Yeah, I had to do it all from home. It was so crazy. I created a little studio.
I love all this behind the scenes gossip we're getting into like the creation of all your shows.
Yeah, it's so crazy.
That's
anyway,
so
okay,
cool.
Lightning round.
Okay, sorry. Okay, lightning round. Right. Okay. So, what is the first beauty product you ever fell in love with? You kind of told us already, but
I think it was Pink Joy, but I think the second one was MAC Ruby Woo. Been using it since I was a teenager, and when I was allowed to wear lipstick, that was the one I was allowed to wear, and I've been wearing it ever since.
I love that. Yes, this does look like a little dog tail. It looks like a little poodle. I see it now. I see it. Okay. So so we usually have this question that's like, who's the celebrity you'd want to be best friends with? But like, that doesn't really feel appropriate for you. So I'm going to I'm going to twist this. Who's the celebrity you would love to have on Blackish? Like a walk on.
Oh, Michelle Obama.
Good one. Love that.
And I would love to watch it.
Yes. What is your most favorite indulgent snack? Now, please be specific.
Oh, I'll be really specific. I'm going to give you two. Anything salty, but number one is Funyuns. I kid you not.
You mentioned them, and I was like...
It's like Funyuns or Cool Ranch Doritos. Like, what? And I do not buy them, but every once in a while, I'll go there.
That is really funny.
It's ridiculous is what it is. Like for a girl who like doesn't eat gluten, dairy, or like everything's organic, every once in a while I just like dive in so deep. I also love olives of any kind. Like and they really are so incredibly not, it's a lot of good fat, but it's a lot.
Okay. What is the song that pumps you up?
I'm going to say like specifically song. What the Beyonce song? I can't look on my phone because we're recording. I don't know. I'll tell you right now. Well, right now Beyonce's Parade, totally.
Okay.
And then there's also a Kesha song called Him. But I'm going to give you a third because why not? Tracee Ellis Ross, Love Myself.
Yes.
Okay. I like it. I think we have our Getting Ready playlist. Okay. And then what do you want to raise a wand to? Now, for Raise a Wand, that is our Fat Mascara, like lingo for what are you obsessed with right now? It could be a product, a movie, a TV show, anything, a website, whatever.
I'm going to say Michaela Cole, HBO, I May Destroy You.
Okay.
Yes,
I think
everyone is obsessed.
Obsessed. And I will say this. If you are somebody who has experienced any sexual violence, it is triggering, and be forewarned because it's a lot, but it is an extraordinary show. She is extraordinary. She's changing how you can use television and the way you utilize storytelling, and she's just incredible. Incredible.
Excellent. All right.
We hope you enjoyed the show.
It's your reviews and feedback that help us make the podcast even better. Head over to iTunes to rate and review us, or email your thoughts to info@fatmascara.com.
We also want to answer your beauty questions and hear what products you love. To share a Raise a Wand product review or to ask a beauty question, email us at info@fatmascara.
If you send it as a voice memo file, we can even share your voice on the podcast. You can also do that by leaving us a voice message. Our phone number in the United States is 646-481-8182.
Thanks so much for listening.